agent who has earned his way with his play. Steelers, full bucket of timeouts for the 46. Wilson, out quick and caught. Good catch and run by
Officially with benching the quarterback that kind of got you there.
2nd and 7, 5 in the pattern. Wilson taking a sideline shot, working on Sauce Gardner. Pickens draws the flag.
It's out there.
From the 11, Wilson tries to escape. He does and throws it incomplete. 2nd and 10, Jets bring 4. Wilson end zone shot. Pickens! Got it! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! So after the interception, the Steelers have the ball. They're inside the 1. It's 1st and goal. Wilson is keeping and sneaking, getting pushed to the goal line. Continue as Zuerlein has a short field goal block. Side run there. Great matchups.
Lasso!
Sherwood, the linebacker, out there covering Freiermuth. 3rd and 8. Wilson escapes, throws. It's complete with a quick turn by Warren to get the 1st down. What a run. 1st and 10 for the Steelers. Final minute, 3rd quarter. Here's Warren. C.J. Mosley was playing corner with Sauce Gardner. Mills and Oliver, the safeties for the Jets. 2nd and 5. Wilson pulls it out, throws to Pickens. Fighting for those extra yards. He's got the first. Steelers didn't give up a point in the 3rd quarter. That's been true all year. And they keep scoring points. Najee Harris on the run. Inside the 20 to the 6. 2nd and goal. Freiermuth in motion. Wilson play action. Looking. It's covered. Trying to keep it alive. Wilson to the end zone. Incomplete for Pickens. Motion to the same side as Pickens. 3rd and goal. Wilson fires end zone. Touchdown. Van Jefferson.
Alvin Austin. This is a great scene. Steelers back on offense. Harris, McFadden.
They started out with.
Here's a blitz. Pickens makes the catch. And
17 points a game, so this is a comfort zone for this Steelers team.
Blitz coming. Pass is caught for a 1st down by Freiermuth.
This becomes a big possession.
Blitz from McFadden. Wilson lets it fly. Miller. Good coverage by Stroman.
Movement whatsoever. Seumalo just kind of rocked back just ever so slightly.
They're down in 11. Wilson lets it fly. Downfield for Jefferson. And the catch.
Points.
Wilson keeps and slides.
As I mentioned, extending this to a 2-possession game is huge.
Wilson sneaks through. Najee Harris with the reception. And he draws a crowd at the 30, able to find. Extra men on the rush, floated, downfield, and caught! Touchdown, Austin!
Feels like he's in the right place. The connection with Mike Tomlin. Fake the handoff. Wilson. It's offline and incomplete with a flag. No doubt.
They know that they're creating things, and they can get more if they continue to help along the way.
Motion man Freiermuth, tripped by Wilson, stays upright, out of the pocket. Wilson on the move, buying time. He will float it out of bounds. Washington, a shocking loss that year to ruin the undefeated start. Jaylen Warren is in. Warren, upfield, physical runner. Najee Harris, he's special. He said Jaylen Warren, he's coming on too. He's so hard to tackle.
Kind of specializes in those 8 to 10 yard runs, gives you that little bit of burst.
From the 31, Wilson pulls the trigger, and his receiver fell down on the play. Said his toe tap abilities are elite.
Look at the gap he's getting between him and Sainris still to make sure that he has enough room in case Pickens wants to go deep. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. Contact there. Van Jefferson. There's Joe Witt.
And now Cordero Patterson is in on a 2nd and 9. Wilson hooks a pass, looking, end zone! George Pickens climbs the line.
Want to go to Pickens right away if they want to try and use Najee Harris and run this thing.
Line of scrimmage is the 14. It'll be a run for Harris. Up the middle, Harris is dropped after.
On the spot, able to cover the football.
Steelers are now a plus 11 in turnover differential. Fake it, boot, Wilson loops it, Freiermuth extends for the first down.
You run from that spot.
Shotgun, Wilson on 2nd and goal. Motion man is Austin. Wilson out of the pocket. Wilson tosses, incomplete. 3rd and goal. Jaylen Warren in the backfield. They just get the snap off. Lacing it to Freiermuth for the touchdown.
Sideline. Russell Wilson takes over at the ball at the 27-yard line. Play action. Going for it. Oh, and somehow behind. 3rd and 6. Garrett just got circled. They double team him. Wilson to the end zone again. Can he hold it in? Austin, yeah.
On Bell, the veteran, active. Calvin Austin is back on the field. 3rd down and 3. Wilson intercepted. It's picked off by Taylor Britt. Working the sideline. Taylor Britt could go and does. Touchdown.
Becomes a slant route, and it's a battle between the corner and the receiver for the football. This one became a free play for Cam Taylor Britt.
And now Steelers in a 7-0 hole. Wilson drives it to Freiermuth, and Kansas City and Philadelphia outside the division on the schedule. Dump off, it's a 1st down. Harris and Moore. Beautiful spin by Harris, he's still going.
Lets him know what kind of day this could be.
Mike Williams is in there, still has just 1 catch. It was the game winner against Washington in a Steeler uniform. 2nd and 3. Wilson, check down. Harris breaks another tackle. All right, Coach, you know a little something about Steelers-Bengals over the course of your career. 1st down, Pittsburgh, trailing 7-0, a pick 6 by Cam Taylor Britt for the Bengals. Fake it. Toss it to Harris. He's got room. And Harris
for a nice pickup.
So now Jaylen Warren checks in. Wilson is 4 of 4 on this drive. Harris has the majority of the yards for the team so far. Pickens, catch, run, slips out of there. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Unusual for them, and the defense, normally one of their stalwarts, has struggled throughout this season.
The veteran claim stuff.
And that was pretty easy.
2nd down and 8 here for the Steelers. We approach 4 minutes to go in the first. Wilson's pass didn't get there clean.
People on him to make sure that pass rush doesn't get to your quarterback.
You saw Patterson earlier in the drive at running back. Now it's Jaylen Warren. They get the play off. Wilson on 3rd and 8. Catch. Pickens turns the corner for a 1st down. And a spin move. There are 5, 6 Bengals in the area. Jones in his 2nd year in the league. Pickens in his 3rd. 1st down. Fake the handoff. Wilson floats it. Freiermuth.
A lot of short passing plays, but he's the decision maker and everything. Operating like a point guard right now and getting the ball to the right places.
2nd and 7. Sprint. Wilson hits Washington, who lunges for the first possession. The throw, wide open, is Patterson, former wide receiver.
Led all the way up to 9 yards deep.
2nd and 8. Another one. It's there over the middle, time and time again, and the Steelers. Pittsburgh, a 2nd and 8 at the Bengals 23.
Houston.
Patterson remains in there. This is the 10th play of the drive for the Steelers. Shotgun. Wilson fires. End zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown. Wilson shovels it to Najee Harris. Trying to fight for extra yards. You're going to whistle him down. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Play action. Wilson fakes the toss and then slides down. Looks like the first sack of the day for the Cincinnati D. Shotgun. Wilson lets it fly. Complete. Skoranek.
He should be much more comfortable with a playbook after 3 weeks in Pittsburgh.
2nd down and 5. Wilson steps up. Wilson avoids it. Throws on the move and finds Freiermuth for the touchdown. Russell Wilson.
A rivalry that goes back to 1950.
Play action, run the ball.
There's your play action. And let's go.
The inactives came out 90 minutes in advance that he would be playing. So maybe should be back, you would think, for Philadelphia. Here's Wilson. Throws it right at the line of scrimmage. And he's got his man. This is the 6th play of this drive. They've moved the football 39 yards down the field. The 21-yard pass play was the longest completion of the game for Pittsburgh. Out of the backfield, they go back to Warren, who's having a big half. Warren's got a first down. Warren's down to the 14-yard. Quick toss to Austin. Tiptoes past the first defender. 2nd and 5. Wilson has it, throws it, got the touchdown. Van Jefferson.
Himself. Well done by Arthur Smith.
2nd and 7. Harris. 3rd and actual 6 to go.
Look at how wide they are. Wow.
Wilson's pass, reach around, caught by Williams.
Really good at that earlier in his career.
Picked up 22. Now Wilson able to unload it.
Correct call, and you're right. I think it is a matter of time because he's got a great deep ball thrower with a guy who's done that in his career.
2nd and 10. Down the middle. He's got him. It's Freiermuth for the touchdown.
Well, they could use a little spark here. There's no doubt about it. Najee Harris is the back, and Wilson's going to throw it across the middle, and that's a good throw and catch to Miller, who comes across and makes the catch. Actually, it's Skoranek. 3rd and 2. Blitz coming. Warren picks it up. Wilson on the move, thinking about running, and he is going to dive and get there. Steelers. Wilson steps away, room to roll. Wilson down, slides down near the 10. Going to be a drive here. Going to go quarterback sneak, and he gets it easily right behind.
Matched up here on Gardner Johnson.
2nd and goal on the fake. Wilson rolling out, throws it and completes it, but at a great tackle right away. Cooper. Wilson lofting one for the corner. It is held on to by Freiermuth. Wilson to throw over the middle, has a completion there. It's Skoranek who makes the catch. It's 2nd and 20, 4-man rush. Wilson jumps over the middle, has his man Warren speeding upfield and out across the original
situation on 3rd down.
Trying to go quick. Pressure in deep trouble. Wilson running for his life. Stays alive. Throws and has a completion across it. To do it without him today. 2nd and 1. Pressure again. Wilson scrambles out, throws across his body, on target again. And one of the 4 tight ends.
Keep this game from getting out of hand on the road early against a great opponent.
Wilson looking, fire in the middle, and darn, it's caught, and down to the 1, it's Van Jefferson. It's a play fake. Wilson throwing end zone. It is caught for the Steelers, down by 7. Wilson with time, looking for a deep ball. Going to take a shot down there. Austin turns around. Is he inbounds? Wilson pressure, throws over the middle, and it's caught for a first down. It's Austin again.
They're doing exactly that.
Cordero Patterson in the game in the backfield. It's Wilson to throw. Floating one for Patterson. Goes up, hangs on, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And he was upset at the time. We had him the very next week against Dallas, so they've snuffed that out. Now the intermediate passes are what's most available.
And that's total yards of offense for the Steelers in this game. That's complete.
Start forcing some throws because you're playing from behind.
This too far for Freiermuth.
He shouldn't have caught it. The ball was away from him, but you got to complete those passes.
Again, it's Jefferson.
Williams, he looks like he's fine. I think he just needed to catch his breath, but Mike Williams then replaced him.
They throw on 3rd and 2 and get it with Najee Harris. Harris broke a tackle of Akeem Davis-Gaither and ends up getting another Pittsburgh first yards that the Steelers miss out on. Here's Pickens, can't hang on. Incomplete.
He hadn't made the play.
A bobble by Wilson, who's now just going to go, and there's some room. Slides down inside the 20.
But sees a crease. He's able to get some good yards, pick up the first down.
It's the longest rush of the game. Wide open is Freiermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. They're back in it.
Baltimore from the 2-yard line. They start this drive, and just getting out of the end zone. The last pass interference came back to Pickens. Wilson throws. It's a low throw. Play clock running down to 3. Look out. Wilson avoids a safety, and the pass up at the 20.
From Humphrey.
Yeah, Austin's made some big plays this season. That's his first catch of the night. Wilson swings it out. Warren makes the grab up to the 30.
Defenders in front of him trying to make a miss.
Rolling left. Chase. They'd like to get Mike Williams into the fray if they can as well. And there's a pass down the sideline. Caught on the run. Speaking of Mike Williams, 2. They're at the Baltimore 30. Wilson wanted to throw short. Now he does indeed. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Wilson pressured. Chase has to throw it away. At least on the first time the Steelers have been in Ravens territory tonight. Blocking is good up front. Pass is caught for the touchdown. Van Jefferson.
He's ever looked. Maybe best year that he's enjoyed as a pro.
Well, certainly tonight he's been fantastic. A little swing pass out here. And Najee Harris picks up about 4:45 left in the quarter. Off the fake. Pressure put on. Gets it away. Harris has some room. Najee Harris inside the 40 and takes it down to the 37-yard line. 9. Jaylen Warren back in. Down the sideline. Pickens makes the grab, and he goes in for the touchdown.